house on a little piece of land. This is the place I'm gonna take my stand. But I keep living on dreams. One thing I know, that's the way it's gotta be. Am I living the American dream? I keep searching for that dream of me, hoping someday that I will see myself in American dream.
Gotcha. Trump Day. Sounds good to me. I'll go with it. Right, baby. I hope y'all had a good weekend, baby. Because we're fixing to kick off a hell of a week coming up. And I want y'all to remember.
Views and opinions expressed on the Blue Dot Live show are strictly those of the speakers and do not necessarily reflect those of the Blue Dot family in its entirety. We are not experts on the topics we discuss, nor are we journalists. We are simply concerned citizens trying to find sanity in an increasingly insane world. We urge you to listen, read, and view as many different sources as you can to keep up with the shit show of American politics. Form your own opinions. Take what you like and leave the rest. Just remember to vote like your life depends on it, because it does.
Because it does. How y'all doing, baby? It is Sunday. It's time for a Blue Dot family meeting. I always forget to do this right before I say how y'all doing. And I have to go back in and grab this little thing and shove it all the way to the top. Anyway, it is Sunday, and I'm glad everybody's here because we've had a hell of a week, and we're looking forward to another fantastic, exciting, news-filled week. Anyway, that smart-ass squad. Martha was the first one to jump in, followed by Irene Lambert. Thank you, baby. Kelly Clark is here. Bruce Preston is here also. Thank you very much. Nancy Halverson and Mildred Ocasio. I appreciate y'all. Raylene Allen is here. Dorothy Tyndall. Greg. What are you doing here, Greg? Glad you're here, buddy. Jeanette Miller is here. I love the way y'all say hello to each other. Karen Van Wyck. Good evening, family, indeed. Pat Hunter is here. Hidden Forest. Can't see it because it's hidden. Thank you for being here. Appreciate it. Let me see who else is in the room. Kathleen Welch, thank you. Happy to see you back. Linda Gallup, I know who you are, baby. Let me see. Sandra Campbell. Carol Lowe is here. Valerie Wood, how you doing, darling? Been with us forever. Anyway, Randall Smith, all the way from Grand Forks, North Dakota. Woo! We're reaching, baby. We're reaching out there. Jamie Thomas is here. He's watching the Seahawks game, but got to put an ear out here for us, so we appreciate that. Kelly Harris from Fort Worth, Texas. We appreciate another fellow Texan in the room. Let me see. Super Otto Z-Man. How you doing, brother? Glad you're here. Joe Garcia on the road from the valley. Shit, brother, time to get home, brother. We're going to get another week going. Be careful on the road back home, please. Anyway, Bruce Preston's here. Let me get on down here. Jean Shanky, and she had a lot to say there. James Price is here. That Blue Dot greeter, Mark is here. Thank you. Let me see. Get on down. Man, Fountaineth is here. Ginger's Chat Show, Virginia Woodley. Everybody's in the room, boy, had a shit. Well, what's going on? Well, I've been busy all day long. Haven't had really a whole lot of time to get into the news today. My day was ate up with things that were not news related, and for John, that's a good thing. So, anyway, we've got a new batch of people putting their name in the ring there for Speaker of the House over there on the Republican side. There's 9 of them now that they're going to come into their closed door meeting tomorrow, I guess, after they had their weekend out screwing around somewhere. Let's forget about the world on fire. We'll take care of that later. But they're going to got 9 people they're going to have to put a ballot in. And I looked over the list. I got the list here right. One of them is familiar, Pete Sessions, because I know he's from Texas. 17th District, but there's only two on the list that I really recognize. One is Tom Emmer, who is the majority whip in the House. He's been in the news before. You know who he is. He's probably the most favored out of the Republicans, but it's no deal with him either. And the other guy I knew was Mike Johnson. Who is hell Mike Johnson? Well, when I saw that name, my Rolodex had to spin around for a while, a little bit, and then all of a sudden it went ding. Wait a minute, I know that name. And sure enough, shit, he is a congressman out of Louisiana's 4th District. I guess he's Steve Scalise's buddy down there. I don't know. He's one of the ones, they call him the architect of the January 6th beginning of the insurrection when you're coming down to the congressman when they got 147 of them to vote no on accepting the election results. This guy, Mike Johnson, was one of the ones that was pumping all the pom-poms, baby. And so, yeah, that's why I remember him. But ain't that a hell of a choice? Anyway, whilst I bring in our co-host here, Bernadette and Miss Chick, let me get that done because I can't. I should be able to do this because obviously, as my shirt states, and this is another shirt I just got from Deborah Palumbo out in Clearwater, Florida, who sent me this the other day along with the other t-shirt. And if you can't read it and get my beard out of the way, it says, I'm a multitasker. I can listen, ignore, and forget all at the same time, baby. That's what I'm doing. I'm multitasking. My wife will attest to that, too. What'd you say, honey? What'd I just tell you? Anyway, I didn't hear it. Hi, Bernadette.
Hi, John. We need more shirts like that for sure.
We need more shirts. Marcia wanted to steal this one. She said she liked that one. Yeah, multitask. I can listen, ignore, and forget at the same time. How's your weekend? You have a good one?
I just got finished baking cookies, chocolate chip, and raisin oatmeal cookies, and in the process of doing all of that today, I forgot to charge up some of my tech gear, and so like I'm dead in the water on the chat right now.
Oh shit! Oh shit! Gotta learn how to multitask more. That's all.
Well, at least plug shit in while I'm doing other things. Yeah,
at least.
That would help.
How about Miss Chick, baby? You with us?
I'm with you, John.
How are you doing? How was your weekend?
It was okay because you know what we have.
What did you have?
Well, we have peak fall colors here, and it was just lovely.
Oh,
really?
Nice.
Yes.
You know, my friend Alan, I call him my friend, my brother Alan. He's just like a brother to me. He called me the other day and he wanted me to leave on Friday with him to drive up to Tennessee to go see my brother and my other brother, and it just because he wanted to see the leaves change.
Oh.
Yeah, of course. I told him I can't do that, brother. I got shit to do here. But
they might not be changing quite as much there yet, though.
Well, I told him if I drew the line from here to Tennessee, most of what you're going to see is pine trees. Ain't no color change there. It's all green. It just stays that way.
Right.
Anyway, we got 9.
It's beautiful red and orange and yellow
Oh,
here.
I would love to see it. I really would. But you need to take a picture and put it on the...
It just doesn't do it justice, I swear. I can't.
I know.
I can't capture the feeling of it.
Doesn't do it justice.
You have to get it at that golden hour, which is right before sunset or right at dawn.
Well, even at that, from my window, out my back window, I'm in.
No. You have to go outside.
It makes if you're standing under the trees, the atmosphere under the trees glows, and you can't capture that in a picture. You just can't.
I see Randy Peterson is missing his cleaves up in Arkansas. Hey, don't worry, buddy. You're down here in the brush country. Look where you're at over by Freer. Just look at the color change. Yeah, that ain't happening, is it? Not there. Not in Freer, baby. Man, mesquites, they stay green most of the year. But everything else just dies.
Rather than talk about color change, let's talk about
what?
House change.
Oh, we got something going on in the house.
Yeah, we got some 2 for Blues we could do too to change.
Let's do that. Let's do our 2 for Blues.
You guys, my keyboard is still not working.
That's all right, darling.
But let's try. We'll go for it. I'll see what I can.
I had this up on my iPad the other day, but it ain't there no more. Oh, I'm gonna have to play it by ear. Okay, We know the first one
Okay.
because we always start off with our own Erin Trombley for town clerk in Moru, New York, in Moru County, New York. She is our own true blue dot. She was a blue dot before she started running for office. This is one that we have a personal interest in. So if you have an extra $2, there's a good place to put it. Get that before my pipe goes out. Anyway.
Talk about supporting blue dots. Yeah.
That's it. That's what we got to get into this. And again, I apologize. All my buttons are not new because Travis is still highly involved in editing footage from what he did before, and they're having meetings. They're already putting together their next con, so they're already addressing things that they needed to change from this one. I don't know business. Anyway, Gloria Johnson, she is running in Tennessee. She is one of the Tennessee Three. Remember when they took the floor of the Tennessee House in
legislature, and they kicked them out of there. Yeah,
kicked them out, and they came back.
Well, they didn't kick her out. They did admonish her on the floor, and she didn't have to leave. She didn't get kicked out of her seat and have to read. But the other two did. The two Justins did, and I can't wait for them to aspire to rise up in this country like she is.
And I think they will.
Replacing Marsha Blackburn, who definitely needs to get the hell out.
I just read something about Marsha Blackburn, how stupid she was about something, but I can't remember what it was. It was just something ignorant she did, which is not unusual.
It probably has something to do with racism.
So yeah, probably.
Schools.
I think it did. It was a comment she made that could really be interpreted other than the way she says she is. Anyway, Gloria Johnson in Tennessee. Let's get her elected. And again, Anna Kaplan. She is running down in Florida. Wait a minute. I'm letting my Rolex go.
Against? No. Anna is running in New York.
She's New York.
Oh, I'm sorry. You're right.
She is running in New York.
Against
she is running to replace Santos.
George Santos. That's right. I got mixed up there. Anna Kaplan.
He's got so many names and so many accolades.
George, I'm not sure of my last name, Santos.
Yeah. I think she's going to have some Republicans voting for her in there.
Yes.
Because I think a lot of people
they're a little upset with him.
A little bit, yeah. He's got a baby, though. Don't mess with him. He's got a baby in his hands.
Well, he was holding a baby. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think it was it. Anyway, and we have one more, and that is Debbie McCarsell Powell. She is running down in Florida. She is trying to replace Scott.
Rick Scott.
Rick Scott. There you go. I'm not totally gone yet. I still remember some shit when it's not written down in front of me.
Rick Scott is a hot mess, and anything to replace him would be better. But she looks like a nice young lady, and she's Democrat, and we need to support all Democrats running against all Republicans, and we really got a chance for the House because they're fucking amazing.
I'm like you. I can't speak to how much I know, Miss Powell, but I do know Rick Scott. So
yes.
Let's get rid of Rick Scott. These are our two for blue. They're important. They really are why we try to do this show and try to enlighten and encourage other people to be involved. But it comes down to the election time. And the more of us, and I repeat it all the time, especially if you live in a blue state, blue city, blue area, and you don't have to worry about your representation, let's worry about the country as a whole. And that's how we do it. Because we need to take the House back, and we need to pick up seats in the Senate. And because it's going to be a hell of an election coming up,
and we need to get rid of that hateful eight too.
Yes, we do. Yeah, well, for my part, you can throw in the whole cotton picking Freedom Caucus. That shit. The whole Freedom Caucus. Just all those people. They're all Trumpers. They're all right-wing nut jobs who came in on the tail end of the teabaggers. The Tea Party, which rose up when Obama was elected. It's a whole same mess of people. And those are the ones that we really have to concentrate on getting the hell out of our house. Like this guy, what's his name, Mike Johnson, down in Louisiana. He was the one that put everybody else on the floor on notice. All we have to do is stick together. Are you shitting me? Radiotron 47 just came in with a $10 donation. Are you shitting me? Thank you, Radiotron 47. I appreciate you, brother. Yeah. Where was I? Kicking somebody. Hello, Uncle Fatty. Puff, puff, pass, buddy. Come on.
You was kicking Mike Johnson.
Mike Johnson, that guy.
Yeah.
And he's one, you know, and this, haven't gone down the whole list yet. I know.
There's 9 of them.
9.
There's 9 of them. Most, we really, really need to pay close attention to whom they're trying to put into this position. Because let's not forget that a lot of them are election deniers.
And I think the majority of them are.
Yes. And if they get into this this seat, what are they going to do in the next election?
I can tell you.
You know?
I can tell you exactly what they do. Donnie won. That's it. That's all they need to know. Donnie won. If he's in there, that's the game plan. Let me see. Uncle Fatty, are you there? Because you're not lighting up. Not a word, buddy.
Might have to go back down and come
I'm going to send you back down and bring you back up. Let's see if that helps fix the problem there any. Let's see. Sometimes Discord does that to us, and we get all huffy here because it won't talk to us. Can you hear us now? Or can we hear you now? Nope.
No.
Not happening.
You're gonna have to close out your Discord.
I think that's what he just did. He's gonna restart and come back, and we'll catch him when he comes up. Anyway, let me see. Who else we got on the list? Kevin Hearn.
Well, Johnson. hang on. Let's stick with Johnson.
All right, let's beat him with a stick for a little while.
I had just posted an article right before showtime from the Guardian because they ran a whole who's who and what are they about.
Right.
And Johnson, this is what the Guardian says: helped to organize efforts to object to the 2020 election results, getting his colleagues to sign an amicus brief at the Supreme Court urging justices to throw out electoral college votes from swing states. So yeah, this is who we're dealing with, you guys.
Yeah, this is part of Donnie's whole plot.
Yeah.
That was born on December 18th in the Oval Office. What are we going to do? We got to come up with some kind of scheme, and this is part of what was hatched there. Is this getting all the Republicans to try to stand up and deny the election like it didn't happen? And that's where it led us.
Call out who you want to now. So we'll go through it and we'll read a little bit about them and
I can't
figure
pull
out
them
who the
up
fuck
on
are
my
they.
screen. I should.
Okay. Well, Tom Emmer's seems to be getting everybody's vote. If I'm not mistaken, he's out of Minnesota.
You're talking about Tom Emmer?
Yes.
Yes, he is out of Minnesota's 6th district. He is the majority whip, and he's the one that's backed by.
He's backed by just about everybody
Kevin
right
McCarthy.
now. He's backed by Kevin.
Yeah,
he's backed by Jordan.
He is the leading contender among the 9, I believe. Is what I think.
I did not have him marked as one of the 147.
I don't know if he was one of them.
No.
Mike Johnson out of Louisiana is the one.
He did vote to certify the election, but he signed the amicus brief that went to the Supreme Court to throw out the electoral college votes. But he also voted to codify federal protections for same-sex marriage. So this guy's all over the map.
Just confusing, yeah.
That's confusing.
He's a little bit confusing. Yes. So, not sure if he's gay or whatever. I don't know. But I think he's probably more one of those mid Republicans, not so radical right and not really leaning left. So maybe he's somebody we can work with. I don't know. I'd like to find out a lot more about him.
Oh, I'm going to look into every one of them. I did not have, I just found out how many we had. 9. Really? Are you shitting me?
Yeah,
9?
there's 9 of them. Yep.
So.
Yep.
But here's the names. Kevin Hearn out of Oklahoma's 1st district. Let me see. Jack Bergman. I've heard him being talked about.
He's
Wait,
mine.
wait.
He's yours,
Let's
Mr.
stop.
Chick?
Stop. No, yeah, but let's stop at Kevin Hearns.
All right,
because
Kevin Hearns. Let's
according
back
to
up.
The Guardian,
All right.
he had no political experience before getting elected to Congress in 2018.
Sounds like their guy. No experience needed for the
Okay.
Republican leader.
So
Are
just
you
a
shit?
businessman.
He voted against certifying the 2020 election. He
Huh?
also signed the amicus brief to throw out the electoral college votes. Okay. Who was the next guy that you brought up? Missy Chick?
Mr.
What's
Chick's
his name?
guy, Jack Bergman.
Jack Bergman.
First district.
Jack
Jack
Bergman.
Jackass Bergman?
Yes.
Oh, you know this
Jack
guy.
Bergman. I know this guy.
Yo,
I have seen him in action, and I don't like him.
you don't like him? It's
No.
not good for
Okay,
Michigan?
check this out.
What?
Yeah.
Bergman, who represents Michigan's 1st congressional district, said he would only serve as speaker until the end of the current Congress. He says, quote, "I have no special interest to serve. I'm only doing this for the best of our nation and to
Bullshit.
steady the ship for the 118th Congress."
Bullshit.
Okay.
Okay.
He voted against certifying the last election, and he too signed the amicus brief to throw out the valid electoral college votes. Okay, next.
Next, yeah. All right. Next on the list is Byron Donalds.
Byron Donalds.
Byron Donalds. He's Florida's 19th district. Now, I don't know if
Yes.
your Google is doing the same as my Google. When I was making this list, I had a list of the names. And so I had to go to Google and type in their name. Let's get their Wikipedia or what up there.
Mm-hmm.
Well, just after 2 names punching in, by the time I got to Pete, the top of the Google list was Sessions. The next one I punched in was,
Yes.
It started bringing it up. They knew what I was looking at. I'm not
Yes,
looking
they
for
already
Byron Donald or whatever.
Google knows you better than
Yes,
you
they
know
do.
yourself, okay?
Yes, they do.
So, about Byron Donalds, of course, he's the black dude.
Yes.
And, of course, they would put up a black dude because our guy,
Well-
who actually would probably get a whole lot of shit done, is black dude, too.
Yeah.
Okay? But, we're familiar with Byron. His name was thrown out several times when we were going with the 15 rounds against Kevin. Remember
Right.
Yes, I do.
that? Okay. He's a second-term congressman.
Insurrectionist.
Insurrectionist.
He is, and believes in the whole
Election
impeach
denialism.
Biden because of Hunter
Yeah.
thing that
Yeah, he'll go a long way. won't
that they're into. Yeah, he goes along to get along. So, but it also made history because he was the first black Republican to ever be nominated for Speaker of the House. Let's make sure he doesn't get that.
Why is it? Is this? How do you say this? How come every time I see a black Republican on that side over there, I just immediately think not a chance? And that's sad. But that's the way I look at the Republican Party. If you ask me,
it's because of the people that they're putting up to try to make it look like they're
it's the
they
party of
represent
David Duke,
a
just
portion
like
of the black population, but
what's
no,
the Steve
it's
Scalise?
not really like that.
Steve Scalise. I'm David Duke without the baggage. Yeah,
Well,
he
you can
is.
say
Yeah.
they're put up as tokens. They're tokens.
It's a sad statement. It is. It's difficult to address that because you don't want to sound like you're racist when you're describing racist shit.
Right.
So
But here's the thing, John.
That's
They
what it
know
looks
they're
like.
token.
they know they're gaming the system.
They know they're token.
I-
Clarence Thomas knows
Yes.
he's a token. Okay, so come on.
Bought and paid for, baby.
Let's be real about it, okay?
Hey, let's see if
Thank
we got
you.
Uncle Fatty. Are you in here, Uncle Fatty?
I'm just finishing off this 420 bowl
Yeah, I
up here.
see
in my-
that.
Okay, so let's go on. The next one you mentioned Pete Sessions.
Pete Sessions from Texas, down here in the
Okay,
17th
Pete
district, and I
Sessions.
know this guy because he's an asshole down here in Texas, and it's not hard to spot him. I'm like Miss Chick. Yep, he's from Texas. I know who he is. He's a jackass.
He served in Congress from 1997 until
I think he is
2019,
one of
and
the
then he
longest.
left, and then
Yeah.
and he is the longest tenured member running for the race.
There you go.
Yes, he is. He has been the chairman of the National Republican Congress Committee, or and some very powerful House committee. He has helped establish the House committee rules.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so he's been around for a long
he's been
time.
around a long time,
I
and I've seen him in the news
heard
for a
his
long time.
name before, yeah.
Yeah, lots
Yeah.
of times.
And you know, the name sounds familiar because of Jeff
Excuse me.
Sessions, who was Trump's first.
Uncle Patty passed the pipe. What can I say?
I don't know if
Sounds
they're
like he's
related.
doing real well on his fundraising too, huh, Bernadette? It sounds like he's doing real well on his fundraising, and his campaign's doing really well.
Pete Sessions?
Pete Sessions.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have a whole lot of information except that he's out of Texas, and we know how Texas is.
Yeah, we know how.
Oh, yeah.
Texas is.
And we are trying to change that.
He
Okay.
could stand. He's got a long history, but you know, I'm trying to remember some of the drastic shit over the years, but I really can't. He could be a contender. Pete Sessions has been in there a long time, and he's got name recognition.
He's been there for a long time, so he knows how it works, and he's seen it
Yeah.
when it does work. Okay, he has seen it when it works.
Yeah.
So
And
I would imagine.
it doesn't work anymore.
He's.
I don't know where he stood
It's
on the
not
election
working right now.
It
It did not say where he stood on the election.
well, he's from
but
Texas, so I'm pretty sure
I
he's
would
an election
imagine
denier. You know, I'm
it's
guessing.
highly possible.
He was one of the 147.
There you go. There you go.
Okay,
He's
see?
in the Rolodex for that. I
See?
just didn't,
Yeah.
I didn't bring it up.
I got them all marked.
Outstanding. Hey, let me thank. Uh-oh, I did something wrong. Let me thank Vantrodeath who came in. Vantrodeath who I screw it up every time.
Just fan.
Fan came in with $2 and said, "I'm not racist. I'm the same party as A Black." That's it. And that's it, baby. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. No, I'm the same party as A Black. That's a good way to put it.
And then we have Austin Scott,
Austin,
who is from Florida.
are you looking over my
And-
shoulder? No, Austin Scott is from Georgia. He's in Georgia's 8th
No, I'm
district.
sorry, he's from Georgia. He's
Yeah.
from Georgia.
Have you got my
Oh, they're
list?
by
Because that's
Florida
the next name
border.
on my list. You're looking over
I
my
have,
shoulder.
I have
You have your
it.
ways.
Yes.
You have your ways.
Austin Scott.
Mm-mm. Yeah, he's out of Georgia's
Okay,
8th district.
And this is a quote from him regarding this House speakership. When he decided to put in a bid to challenge Jordan at the last minute, and he said, "I care more about the conference and that it's doing our job than I care about who the speaker truly is. I truly do." Yeah.
What? Say what? He's not.
I don't know. If we as Republicans are going to be in the majority, we have to do things the right way. The right way, and we're not doing that.
No,
right
they're
now.
not.
That's what he said.
Maybe-
No, he's not.
I hope
But
he's a voice
he
of
also
reason within
signed-
that.
I'd like to hear his definition of the right way, though.
Yeah.
Because that's
What is the right
Yeah,
way?
exactly.
Bud?
But
The
he was
right
not
way.
the
He signed the
147.
amicus brief to the Supreme Court to throw out the legitimate electoral college
Well, there
votes.
you
So,
go.
and
Mhm.
but
Yeah.
ultimately he certified the 2020 election. So that's
Did you see he was on one of the
That's
news talk
Scott.
shows this morning?
I did not see him on
Liz
the talk
Cheney.
show.
No, I'm talking. Liz Cheney was on there this morning.
Oh.
Oh, Liz. Well,
Oh,
she's got
Lordy.
a lot to say.
Yes, she did. She had a lot to say. And
Well, I'm glad she's-
none of it was nice about the Republican Party.
I'm sure because
There ain't nothing me
Ever
and that
since
woman
she
agree on except one thing: the Republican Party has lost its freaking way.
That's gotta hurt.
It does, because she's very conservative. She was on a fast track and rising in the Republican Party, and then what happened?
yeah, she was.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was what, second or something?
Yeah,
like that?
she was
And
second in command
they-
up there in the House.
Yeah, they snatched
I mean,
the rug
that's-
out from underneath her.
Not in the House,
Yeah.
the Senate, and yeah,
Oh, she was
She
in
was-
the house.
And that's what distracted me. And also, somebody else opened their mouth over the weekend too. Let me thank Michael Johnson. He's not the one who opened his mouth, but I want to thank him anyway for coming in with $2. Thank you, KY. It says, "Oh, here you go, sports ball, woohoo, Chiefs, fuck Trump, fuck Abbott, fuck DeSantis, and fuck
Ted Cruz."
Ted Cruz." The TC always gets me. KY always mess it up. Sports ball, Chiefs win. I didn't get to see squat today. Nothing. Anyway, where were we?
Well, then you didn't get to see anybody lose either, huh?
No, I didn't get to see anybody lose. No, everybody in my mind won.
Okay. Okay, how about a Gary Palmer?
You're looking over my shoulder. Me and you got these from the same list. I went right down that list.
Probably. He is out of Alabama's 6th Congressional District.
Oh, pray tell us about Gary.
He is one of the founding members of the board of directors of the State Policy Network, which is a group of right-wing think tanks backed by, guess who? The Koch brothers.
Oh, really? And I think he was involved, if I'm not mistaken, I think his name, I saw it in a story about Alabama's problem with redistricting. He doesn't want to redistrict. Oh, well,
it doesn't mention anything like that, but we are talking Alabama. Okay?
And there's a congressman.
He also voted to overturn the 2020 election.
Well, of course he did.
He signed this famous amicus brief to throw out
evidently all of them did.
Yeah.
Is that a prerequisite for running for speaker that you had to sign in on the?
I think prerequisite for being part of MAGA.
And that's all they're looking at is MAGA.
Yeah.
I'm looking here. Gary Palmer's Project 2025 supporter.
Oh,
well, yes, that makes a lot of sense. And yeah, he
And
can't
I again
get that
reiterate, if you have not, thanks to Bernadette, go Google Project 2025 and check that out and tell me that doesn't scare the shit out of you. If you're an American, it should. If you're a patriot of this country, it should.
www.project25.org.
You guys familiar with a YouTube
gal? Lay it out.
What's that, Betty?
There's a YouTube gal, Lee J. Miller, that does a great breakdown on that. The Humanist Report does a great breakdown. David Pakman did a good one.
David Pakman did.
They do a pretty good breakdown themselves in explaining what they're about over on their website.
They're not trying to hide anything.
Read it. No, they're not trying to hide this shit at all. Okay? So, go on over there, take a look.
That considers democracy.
This is what they want to do.
Yeah.
In the next election, y'all. Okay?
The guy in the blue coat that's one of the pastors that's got the real shaky voice. He's explaining the whole thing, and he's so nervous knowing that what he's saying is like straight up treason.
Indeed.
And they play the whole 20-minute video on the Project 2025 website.
It is. If you go look at that shit, it is scary as hell. Right now, they are collecting volunteers. You know what they need volunteers for? To replace all those positions at Department of Justice and
that they're going to immiteally throw out first things
they're going to
first.
Disband. Department of Justice, we don't need that. The president will tell us who we're going to prosecute. That's what they want, because agencies like Department of Justice fall under the executive branch, and they determine that to be the president.
This guy is already in Congress, y'all. Yeah. He's already in Congress, ready to make his move, because he's just sitting there waiting to take some orders.
When you take a look at these Republicans, one by one, this is a scumbag crew of insurrectionists. They do not want democracy, baby. They don't want your vote. They'll let you know who won. Don't worry about it. Go on a picnic or something. You don't have to be concerned with this. We'll take care of it. No. Be concerned. Be very concerned.
He voted against certification, and it looks like he's been talking to Sarah Huckabee about her real fancy lectern that she got over there.
Oh, lectern gate. We'll get into that when we get finished with this one. One scandalous Republican at
after
a time.
another, I'm
Please.
telling you. There's a list. We go through them every. All right, the next one on the list, we just did Gary Palmer, right?
Dan Muser.
Dan Muser out of Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania. Who had previously backed Jordan in his losing speakership run, but said that he's considering doing it because he's not going to let this kindergarten continue.
Yeah, I saw that quote. I saw that quote. Oh, what are you going to be, the adult in the room?
He, like the rest of this gang, voted to. He voted against certifying the election and signed the amicus brief because this is who they are. Now, every last single one of these guys has voted to not certify the election. And so this is what we're looking at. We're looking at them possibly electing somebody who has the possibility of getting up there and not certifying the 2024 election because this is the way that they believe.
Yes. They don't need your vote. They don't want your vote. They'll tell you.
Nope.
And
rather than make a bipartisan deal with Hakeem Jeffries and not even let Jeffries hold the speakership, but give up some of these ridiculous fucking things that they want to do.
This
get
election,
back to running the country. I'm telling you, John, this shit is about. It's about shutting the government down.
Yes.
Because
and
that
you
is
can see that in the committee hearings that the Republicans have right now. The Republicans have the House. What is Jacket Off Jordan doing back there in the Judicial Committee? He's going over that Hunter Biden laptop like you wouldn't believe. He's going to get Biden for something. He's got fingers everywhere. He's looking. Is he doing any of the people's work? No. Jim Jordan is a jacket off idiot. And he spends his whole time. Did anybody see the cold opening of Saturday Night Live last night?
I didn't.
You didn't?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. It was good. It was good. It was Donnie Yeah. It was Jim Jordan after he got voted down again, and they voted him out, his name out of the list and everything. So.
And Trump comes in the room and starts burning him.
I like Jordans who win.
Great. Really great.
Yeah, Jordan asked him, well, you were right there behind me, and then all of a sudden I turned around and he was gone. Well, I like Jordans that win, not Jordans that lose. It was a perfect opening last night for Saturday Night Live. I got a kick out of it. And
old Dan Muser here sure likes his Ford News and his Newsmax appearances in the past 2 months.
Is he popular on there?
He's probably every day. It looks like he's been on talking some bullshit about installing Christianity into public schools.
Oh yeah, let's do that.
Starting working, the working people, and he's against the union strike.
Of course he is. The right to work. You have a right to work. You don't need a union. You need a right to work and get paid
that's
less
right.
and get fired.
Lucky to have a job.
Lucky to have a job. That's it. The Republicans. That's it. Fatty, poor, hungry, and needing a job, and that poor can be. It could be a sliding scale. You could make a lot of money, but if you can't afford your mortgage payment, you're poor. If you can't put groceries on the table, you're poor. I don't care if you're making $1,000 a month or $100,000 a month. Well, if you're working a $100,000 a month job, fuck you. Anyway, if you're broke, it's your fault. But that's it's who the Republicans are. They want you poor, hungry, and needing a job. They don't want you to quit the job you have. Be thankful for that job. It's putting groceries on your table. And indeed, they're right. Every one of us, all through my life, I was thankful for my job. It paid my bills, put food on the table. Was it
$479? They're making $479 a day at $175 grand a year.
Oh, Congress? Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Come on, let's face it. The pay.
Nice gig if you could get it.
Yeah, nice gig if you can get it, but the paycheck is just that's a side string, buddy. That's a side string. Their money comes from that stock market.
Put in the drawer.
There you go.
Yeah.
They put that money in the savings account. That's not the money they're spending, buddy. They're
or
spending.
Maybe in a pocket.
Yeah. Or a gold bar here
in the
and
house
there.
or something. I don't
know.
Under a mattress, wherever you want to store your valuables.
Shoebox.
Yeah, that brings up our house. This is
Yeah,
not.
I keep my gold bars in the shoebox underneath my bed.
I
They're
got them
easy
right
to
here in my
find.
pocket just in case I have to run.
Okay.
Because
All
let's
right.
face it, when we're talking about what Menendez did, when you have to keep that kind of cash in gold bars, and his excuse was, well, in my upbringing, they did that. Yeah, if they were thinking about fleeing the country, are you thinking about fleeing the country? $500,000 in gold bars and laying around all over the place. Are you shitting me?
What's up with that, Bob?
What's up with that, Bob? Get the hell out, Bob.
A lot easier than having a suitcase full of cash, I'll tell you that.
I'm telling you.
Well, okay, yeah, you just whip out an envelope.
There you go.
Don't worry.
Keith,
I got a couple silver mines up here if anybody's interested.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let me see. Keith Thompson, my buddy Keith, came in with a $5 donation and said, here in Minnesota, we have rejected him. And I think he's talking about Tom Emmers. He's the congressman up there in Minnesota. And Keith, hoorah, Marine, thank you. Huh?
Thank you, Keith.
Yes.
I said they all should be rejected.
Yeah. All right, let's finish that. We left off with Dan Muser. Now, we've already talked about Mike Johnson, but he's next on the list. Do you have any more rocks you want to throw at him? Because he's a good target.
Okay, hang on for a second. I have to get back to the article.
Yeah, he was the architect of Let's All Not Vote. Mike Johnson.
Okay, let me
He's out of Louisiana's 4th District. He is the, if I could read my handprinting here. Oh, he's the, he led the GOP to resist the 2020 election. He's the one that was a cheerleader down in the House when they all decided, let's just don't accept the election. To hell with the people. We'll just say, well, we don't believe it. That's what they did.
Yeah. We don't believe in democracy.
No.
Nope.
They're working to take it away.
Yeah.
That's what I see the Republican Party doing now. Almost every one of these people on this list, if not every one of them, is an election denier. Donnie won the 2020 election. Do you believe that? I damn sure don't.
Well, he's an absolutionist. He's a hardcore pro-lifer, absolute no abortion ever for any reason.
Which one?
Mike Johnson.
Mike Johnson? Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
Good God-fearing man, huh?
Oh,
yeah, he helped to organize the whole 2020 election.
Yes, that's what I mean. He's the cheerleader down in the House that organized it.
Yeah.
So, kiss my ass. Are you shitting me? What makes you any different than Jim Jordan? Nothing. We all know Jim Jordan is the insurrectionist, so is Mike Johnson.
He was right there.
He was right there planning the shit.
The projection out of these guys is amazing with the, weaponization of the government and the weaponization of this and that, and you guys are the assholes doing it.
It's exactly what they do all the time. Fatty is projection. Everything they're doing, they say, oh, look at there, the Democrats are doing that shit. No, we're not. You are. What are you...
I was talking with a guy...
But it works for him.
Is it the local news? Is it, the people that are electing these assholes, is it just their local news is so based in their area that they don't get the information that shit isn't the way they think it is?
Well,
or is the hypnosis, is the programming so deep and so ingrained that it's unthinkable? I don't know.
Well, Fatty,
or maybe the district has been jerry-rigged, or maybe
a percentage
the Democrats
of our population
didn't throw money at the Democratic candidate because it's this staunch Republican district. They got numbers on all these districts, and the whole thing is to jerry-rig the districts so that you stay in office. Now, if you get to pick your voters, and the voters are going to keep voting you back in, that's how they keep getting back in office.
That's right. We don't let the voters pick the politician. We let the politician pick his voters. Holy shit. Corey Barton, I've never seen that name before. Corey Barton just came in with a $5 donation. Corey, thank you very much. I appreciate that. First time I've seen that name up there.
Oh boy, Mike Johnson is sure a big Fox guy. He's on Fox about every 2 days, it looks
well,
like.
that's what I was fixing to say a minute ago, was that a large portion of our population, or a good portion of it anyway, not the majority, they're embedded in their news. I do not go to Fox. I don't go to Newsbreak. I don't listen to that bullshit because why would I? It's a waste of my time. But I do try to scan as many news sources as I can because I'm the guy up here opening my freaking mouth, and God, I live with the fear of I'm going to say the wrong fucking thing. Anybody that does this does. So you're constantly trying to put things in your head. But there's a portion of our population that is embedded in Fox Spews, in Bullshit Mountain, and Newsmax, and others. That's all they listen to, and if that's all they listen to...
That and the AM Christian radio, the mega churches on the AM radio.
Sure, God, it's all for the Republicans, baby.
Well, that replaces Fox News when you're in the car.
I guess so. You ask any Republican, God's on their side, baby.
Up here in the backwoods where people are living out, off grid, that's the only thing they got is radio. And maybe a cell phone when it's charged once in a while off of a solar battery. And I mean, I'm not kidding you. There's troops in Canada ready to help Trump invade America because the Obama's still the president. How does it go? Obama's still the president. Joe's a double, but he's sleepy. But he actually runs half the stuff that they say he does. Yeah. But yeah, it's the shit that comes out of these.
Trump is all in the background, and he's actually the one running all this shit.
I'll tell you, John. I subscribe to NBC, to all the different stations, and to Fox. And out of all of them, especially 10 p.m. to 4 a.m. My time, Fox is hammering out the little 1 minute deals all through the day, all through my notices. C-SPAN will do a few here and there, but in general, they are pumping so much information.
What happened?
Yeah, well, they got to get their money's worth. But they got a big case coming up against them soon. They have to pay for the last big case, and I think they're gonna be out of business. The CEO just stepped down and the whole fucking bit. So Fox has its own internal problems. They should be real careful.
Yeah.
Everything they're putting out is just absolutely 100% provable lies.
It's been garbage since they decided to go on the air. So
garbage in, garbage out.
That's what it is. Pretty much.
Okay.
We got Jam with his hand up over here too.
Who?
Well, James has been invited into the room, and when he accepts it, he'll come in.
I got to call this out because it did not show up on my screen. But Buck Haynes just came in with a $20 donation. Buck, I apologize. I don't know why it didn't show up here with Jenny on the screen. But Buck Haynes came in with a $20 donation.
Are you shitting me?
There it is. Are you shitting me? You waited that long? I seen that go.
Yeah,
Are you shitting me?
But Lisa came up.
Never mind. Thank you, Buck Haynes.
And those are Canadian bucks, so it's really like 6,000.
That's
right?
like $6,000. Yeah. No shit. That's right.
Yeah,
Buck Haynes
cool.
up. We have a large family up in Canada.
Yes,
we have a substantial amount of Blue Dot family up in Canada. I'm very proud of that.
Bless our brethren to the north.
Indeed.
They're keeping an eye on us.
Thank goodness.
Oh, I'm going the
Yeah,
wrong way.
it's a good thing.
Oh, I'm going the wrong way.
Shoot, the whole world is watching. And
Hey,
we
John.
got jokes going on in the house, man.
Yes, sir.
Guess who joined Truth Social?
Who? Oh, wait. Is it you?
No.
Oh, okay. It was in the news, wasn't it? Somebody?
President
The
Biden, baby.
The Biden
President
campaign did.
Yes, the Biden campaign. I did hear that. Indeed.
Yes. And
Good.
and guess who's got more followers than
The Biden
Trump?
campaign.
Yeah.
I'm almost tempted to
Yeah.
just download the stupid thing and just so I can go join there.
Oh my gosh.
See, I have threatened. I've threatened to go and watch Fox News on TV because I know if I did watch Fox News on TV, 5 minutes later I have a rant in my head and I'm ready to go.
Yeah, you'd be good to go about
But my
24
blood
hours
pressure,
a day.
yeah, my blood pressure would go off the fucking roof. So I try.
We got Newt Gingrich on in the last 4 hours ago, Newt Gingrich is talking about World War III. We
Oh,
got
Newt,
Newt Gingrich is coming back in the
we
news.
got McConnell. Yeah, we got the normal guys, and then
Wait,
last night,
wait.
of course, Pastor Hagee
Did-
goes on and preaches everything from the Fox. You know.
You know, don't
Didn't
think for a
Newt
minute
leave
that the
his
Christian.
wife for his new wife, and then you know.
Don't think for a
these
minute that
guys-
the Christian right isn't trying to take advantage of this situation in the Middle East right now. It's the second coming. Get ready. It's all going to come together. Jesus is coming back, and everything's blood up to the bridle and all that shit.
You know, it's
Like
bad
they
when
love it,
Stephen
man.
Miller's face gets red. When Stephen Miller's face actually gets red, you know that stuff's getting deep.
Stuff's getting deep, baby. It is.
That little Nazi bastard.
Well, look at here. James Price decided to come up here and visit us for a minute. Hello, James.
The only phone that I have that works on Discord is dead and fucked, so I had to wait for it to charge up.
No shit.
My junk phone is the only one that works on Discord.
Well, for those, and Bernadette, you'll appreciate this because you're one, Miss Chick's another. Forever John's been out here, and if you call John's phone, 9 times out of 10, John doesn't know you called because my stupid phone doesn't ring because I live down here on the river and the service I had sucked. And I'd try to send a message to somebody, and it would take 3 or 4 tries just to get it to upload the message. I mean, just a text message. Well, I went yesterday and switched my service. I'll be damned if I was sitting out in the living room last night and my brother rang my phone.
Upgrade, baby.
I didn't upgrade. No, it's the same phone. I just took it to another provider and said, look, this thing sucks. Get it off my phone. Because I bought that phone. That's my phone. I bought it years ago and it still works. It's got all my secret shit in it too. So can't get rid of that.
Well, see, John, it's not a service issue. It's they're both on Wi-Fi, but for some reason Discord likes the Motorola and it does not like the other one for some reason.
Boy,
I don't know why.
Smash it with a hammer. Threaten it, buddy. Get rough with it. Show him the hammer. It's got a camera. It can see. Look at here.
Check your permissions, James.
Yeah, or that. You could do that. I prefer the hammer method to threaten it.
Oh Lord, I don't want to get in there digging around in the settings. Shit.
I hand it to my kids. Fix this for me, would you? I do. I don't. Shit. I wouldn't have this show if it weren't for Travis. Travis has set up everything that I do here, and he does. He works his butt off behind the scenes for me, and again, he's got a life too, and a wife, and all that kind of stuff. So, but he did say the other day he was thinking about coming in and sitting down for a show. I said, well,
that'd be nice.
That would be nice. Let everybody see you again. Proof of life, you know.
Proof of life. Yes.
Proof of life.
Yeah.
Anyway, so they're going to come back to the house, I guess, tomorrow, and I guess go behind closed doors and take a vote. Is that what the deal is? Is that what we're looking at?
I don't know.
Jimmy dropped out.
I don't believe that they're going to have a vote tomorrow. I think the next vote is on Tuesday.
Oh, Jimmy who?
Well,
Jimmy Jordan.
Oh, Jim Jordan. Jacking off Jordan?
Yeah, he dropped out Friday afternoon, so everybody can go home for the weekend.
All right, I'm going to correct you, just like everybody corrected me on Friday when I said, Jim Jordan backed out. No, he didn't. He got voted out behind closed doors. There was over 100 votes that said no. Get out of here.
They told him, we're just not that into you, Jim Short.
Jumping Jim, you better find. You know, and it is, and as we just went through, this whole damn list is full of election-denying idiots. And how is America supposed to look at the Republican Party? Are they trying to make an attempt to change? No. They're all in on this shit.
Yeah,
but
both feet first.
I'll remind you that 119 of the Republicans in the House of Representatives are those treasonous assholes. That's why they can't get anybody else even nominated.
Because all the people nominated are treasonous assholes.
Right.
And most of the people that are going to vote are treasonous assholes.
Yeah, but it's the crazy 8. It's only the 8 of them that voted against the radical left-wing Democrats.
Yeah, but if it wasn't for the Democrats joining with those 8, it was the Democrats that kicked out Kevin McCarthy. They joined with it's all the Democrats' fault. Yeah, that's the standard line that has been through all.
Have
of
we
shit.
named the Hateful Eight for everybody in case they don't know who we're talking about?
Do you have that list?
I do.
Well, let's name them.
And of course, Matt Gaetz is at the top.
Well, we know about
Florida.
Matty Boy.
And
Matt
we have
Gaetz.
someone running against him that would do a really good job. But anyway. And Andy Biggs.
And wait, before you say that, I'm just gonna throw her name out there because I love her name. It is Gay Bellamont, and she is from the same district, District 1.
Gay Bellamont?
In Bellamont. And she is Bellamont. Gay Bellamont for Congress in Florida, and she's running to replace Matt Gaetz. So hop over to Gay for Congress because you can't say gay in Florida, right?
That's right. You can't say gay in Florida. Run your ass over there and scream it.
Congress.com and Super Blue.
I wish I had a button for her. I don't.
We'll get a button for her.
We'll get a button. We're going to get a button. I like that. Gay in Florida.
So another one of the Hateful Eight is Andy Biggs from Arizona.
Yes, he's Mr. Insurrectionist.
And unfortunately, we only have so far 2 independents running against him. But, we'll take an independent.
We'll take one. Surely they can't be as batshit crazy as a Republican coming out of there.
Well, there's Christensen.
They're probably a Republican that just recently turned independent.
It could be.
Could be a Republican that just figured out this Republican thing ain't going so well. Maybe I better switch.
And then we have Ken Buck out of Colorado.
Ken Buck, we've heard his name.
And we have people running against him. They haven't narrowed it down yet. There's a few of them.
We're still a ways out.
Tim Burchett from Tennessee.
Tim Burchett.
And I have not identified anybody in the Democratic Party running against him yet, so I don't know. Eli Crane again from Arizona.
Arizona seems to be a popular place for right-wing nut jobs.
Yeah.
It's hot out there. I don't know.
It's not all, though. We have blue dots.
These are the Hateful Eight, remember?
Yes.
And Lindsay Bowie, B-O-W-E. I'm not sure how to pronounce that, is running against Eli Crane in Arizona. So we have to get a 2 for blue on that one.
We will indeed.
Bob Good from Virginia.
I need to stop.
Another Hateful Eight. And we have a Democrat running against him there in Virginia, Paul Riley.
Okay.
He's the Democrat running.
Yes. And then Nancy Mace from South Carolina is also on the Hateful Eight list.
Really?
Disgraceful names.
And we have 2 Democrats running currently against Nancy Mace, and that would be Mac DeFord and Michael B. Moore.
See, we're still a long ways off from the election.
Yeah. And that just leaves Matt Rosendale from Montana.
Yep.
And I don't think he is. It doesn't look like he's running again. So, I'm not sure what his game is. Maybe he's running for something other than the House.
Maybe he got the message he's not wanted.
I don't know.
I hope. Those are the 8.
Those are the 8
that went with Matt Gaetz. Matt Gaetz being one of the 8, who threw Kevin McCarthy out of his seat.
He didn't throw him under the bus. He threw him out the bus.
Out in front of the bus. Threw him out of the bus and made sure he landed in front of the bus.
And those two have almost gone fisticuffs there in the House, and it's just
it got
ridiculous.
A little testy behind closed doors. I understand.
They do. They do.
Hey, whatever happened to the damn rape case against Matt Gaetz? What happened to that bullshit?
Well, from what I understand, that it wasn't a rape case. It was a
trafficking.
Trafficking of minors.
That's right.
Against state lines, and from what I understand, that has been reopened here lately.
I thought it had been.
Yeah, I had heard that it was. Yeah.
His partner's been charged and convicted,
yes,
but
yes.
One him.
But let's not forget, Matt Gaetz has his daddy's backing and his daddy's money. So with the two injustice systems in America, one if you have money and one if you don't. This
Chip
is
Roy,
what happened.
we know that guy.
Yeah.
We know Chip Roy.
Um,
How's Chip Roy escaping the hot seat?
but
He's
it's
complete
still
trash.
out there.
He's still there. Yeah. Wait a minute. Is he still sitting? Congressman
Who's
Chip
that?
Roy?
Yep.
I guess so.
Oh yes.
I guess so.
Yes.
For some reason in my mind I had up there that he got thrown out last time or something, but maybe not. Evidently not.
Yes.
Chris Tinley, Gatz is currently under House Ethics investigation. Hey, there you go.
Yeah, in the House.
But, hey,
So.
Republican, so, it's okay. It's okay.
He's probably not.
It's okay if you're a Republican.
Stuff. It's just stuff. Don't worry about it.
Did you guys see that old Sarah Huckabee banned any word that has to do with woke?
Yeah, well, somebody needs to ban.
Are you shitting me? Are
No,
you
there's a whole
she
list.
banned it in the state of Arizona, Alabama? I mean,
last Friday.
Arizona. Yeah, she did that. He did that. Oh, it's Arkansas.
Arkansas.
Yeah.
How could I forget Arkansas?
It
I
was
love that
just
state, by the way. Beautiful
It's
state
just
to go
a
visit.
smoke screen. It's a smoke screen to get off that damn lectern thing.
You know it.
That's all the fuck it was.
Now wait, I hate because again, both by force and by voluntary. I did not get in the news this weekend. I was kind of told, don't do this shit. You need a break. And what is it about the lectern? Because I did not hear this story yet.
Just spent $14,000 on a fucking lectern.
More like over 19.
$19,000
$19,000 on the lectern that she speaks from.
Yes.
on the
Damn,
state
Arkansas.
credit card.
Arkansas
On the
is
state.
rolling in the box, man.
What is it going to
Rolling in the
Well-
box. What are they, Vegas?
Hey, she justified it because she said it was actually a lower for a woman, and it had places where you can hook a mic to it. So
Lower
that
for
made
a
it
woman.
work.
Well, they would have saved on wood. They could have not used as much wood. It would have been cheaper, right?
Okay.
You have to plug in the microphone. Are you shitting
Okay,
me?
guys. Hold a minute. From what the Midas Touch has been reporting on this, she, back in the spring, took a trip to Paris with a couple of her girlfriends,
I did hear
and
about something about Paris.
and
Rolodex,
at the
baby,
same
is-
time there was this document that went to whoever does the bills and told them to reimburse her girlfriend's company $19,000 and some change.
I just saw Robert Lucier just came in and said $19,000 for the lectrum, but she bought
For
it
the
from
purchase
her
of this-
friend who took a trip to Paris.
Correct.
With her. Okay.
Correct. Well, that's what happened. She took the trip to Paris. She reimbursed her friend's company to about the same tune of how much it costs to go to Paris.
So the deal was,
So
hey,
they
I'm going to give you
say-
$19,000. Give me something for it.
The
How about this lectern over
that
here? Yeah, that's good. Give
supposedly
me that.
she bought was not even that type of a lectern, which usually runs somewhere between $45,000 and $5,000. Okay.
Still,
It wasn't even
I
that
can build you a pretty
kind
box for a
of
lot cheaper.
lectern.
Call John.
exactly.
Well,
And
what
so
they actually bought was just a photograph. They can't even find the damn lectern.
Oh, one
Yes,
of them
the
kind of
lectern
deals.
is much
Yeah, this is a
showed up
ticket. I
lately.
bought this one right here. Yeah, that's what I
Just a
did.
photograph. Yeah.
Anyway, let me thank Fan again, who came in with another $5 and said Pedro Gates avoided prosecution because at the time the underage girls involved were considered too young to be reliable witnesses.
Well, that's disgusting.
That's disgusting, ain't it? Well, I don't know. He's
Do
charged with
young
trafficking
have
young
to be
girls, but
reliable?
these young girls don't know like they'd be reliable witnesses. Are you
How
shitting me?
young do you have
Well,
to be
let-
not reliable?
Really?
and let's not forget the way Cassidy Hutchinson portrayed him in her book, how he just kind of stalked around outside of her cabin
Sleazeball.
up at the guy is slimy. He is slimy with a really big forehead that keeps his ass pumped up. And
Creepy Gates.
yeah,
Jeff
he's-
Curry said he was going to start building
Yeah,
caskets,
he's
but he
that
could
guy.
move to Arkansas and start building lecterns. Evidently, it's a profitable business.
Hey, boo, if you could get it going on like that, okay.
I don't think
so,
they need that.
You
So
know,
where's the lectern?
Sarah might have talked herself into a case, and I would love to see her get arrested for this shit because she's bilking the taxpayers of Arkansas.
You know who else needs to be arrested? Might be arrested. Was threatened with arrest anyway. Judge says I'm gonna put your ass in jail. Donnie boy. $5,000 fine and told if he keeps it up, he's looking at possible jail time.
7 days in the hole.
Let's do it 7 days at a time. Let's test the waters with the 7-day thing. That's a good idea. Let's, we all worried about, if he goes to jail, my maggot crowd's going to go apeshit nuts. Well, okay, let's give him 7 days and see what they do. And see, let's start narrowing, then let him count. He can run his mouth again. We'll put, every time we do this, we get to arrest the guys that show up and be assholes. And then the next time we can arrest more assholes. And pretty soon,
I think that most of the ones that are willing to do something are already in jail. I think.
Yeah. They're well on their way.
Or making plea deals right now.
Yeah,
to save their
plea deals. And I'm telling you, I don't think the City Pal and Cheesebro aren't going to be the last two. There's going to be other deals made. It's going to go down. Blue Karma came in with a $10 donation. Are you shitting me? Blue Karma, thank you very much. I appreciate it. And by the way, I like your name. Blue Karma. That's what we need to provide.
Speaking of karma.
Yes, karma.
Joe Harding, the former Florida state representative made infamous by his authorship of the so-called Don't Say Gay bill,
that guy.
was sentenced to 4 months behind bars after he pleaded guilty to fraudulently obtaining $150,000 COVID-19 funds.
Well, no shit.
I know other people that should be on that list. I swear I do. That's all I'm saying. I just know people that should be on that list.
They don't even know they're swimming in it.
And a lot of them work for us in our Congress.
Yeah.
A lot of them.
Yeah, a lot of them in our Congress got PPP loans that don't have to pay back. I know a lot of people have businesses that got PPP loans that don't have to fucking pay it back. And what do they do with the money? I don't know. They go around buying fucking property.
I own a construction business up here, and I don't have any employees, and I'm still getting calls from the government to want to know if I still have outstanding stuff that they can give me money to reimburse me for.
There are companies out there, yes, because they'll get a percentage of whatever the hell you get.
You know it.
So, there's companies out there that'll hook you right up with a government loan. Talk about fuck the country over real good. Let's go.
Yeah, there's still about $1 billion
I've said
worth of stuff that can be given away.
Since it, I don't know.
But
I don't know if it's
God forbid we allow those college students to have any relief from having a student loan.
No, you got to pay your fines. I mean, you're fine. I've always said that as much as we pump the necessity of a college education in reaching your dreams and everything, we made high school free. Community colleges, especially ones paid by your tax dollars, should be free. There should not be a tuition to go to a community college in your area. Your tax dollars are paying for that college, baby.
Yep.
It's like a scam, and look at the cost of going to college nowadays. It's like everything else has gone up the road.
Mm-hmm. And now my community college has been overran by 3 maggots on a 7-panel crew. We've hired 3 different presidents for the actual college itself. We've gone through 3 different attorneys that are charging $150,000 a week and have been on this thing for 2 years. We are millions of dollars in debt.
Wrong business.
And these you can't even get up and say anything at these meetings anymore. Same thing with our libraries. Like I said, our sheriff's being charged with petty theft for stealing a gay book out of a freaking public library while he was on duty.
Justice, buddy. We will get justice. Yeah.
Welcome to America.
It's welcome to America, where we don't really, it is pitiful when you stop to think about what the Republicans are actually fighting against. Socialized medicine. Yeah, everybody should have health care. Who said that? We'll kill his ass.
Education.
Education. These
Insulin.
Insulin, indeed.
I got a buddy that's died on my couch 4 or 5 times. He's died on my job site. He's died where else? Everywhere. This guy,
lucky, ain't he?
He can barely afford to live because he has to buy his own insulin. He's just right at the point where he doesn't qualify for the government help. If he makes $10 more, he doesn't qualify because he's over the limit because he works and he's a hardworking son of a bitch. But what, about every 3 months or so, he'll have a little episode and you'll find him switching over there. Throw a soda
and
down
ain't one of us a hair's breadth from that.
And it is not good for a diabetic to have those kind of blood sugar swings.
Yes.
And then they
like
change
that.
the insulin every time you go in for your 6-month overhaul.
Oh,
well,
Jesus.
okay, we're going to do this one because this is a new one on the market, and they're guinea pigging him, and the first month of getting on the new stuff is always. And I know
a little kickback for what one they prescribe. You know that, don't you?
Oh, you know it.
Yeah. Let me thank Petrazi 20, who just came in with a $5 donation. Petrazi, thank you very much. I appreciate every one of you so much. I can't say how much. Anyway, thank you. Where were we? What rat killing was we at?
Do we want to kill rats or do we want to be positive?
Hey, speaking of karma, when's he gonna catch up? When's he gonna catch up with fucking Elon Musk? That motherfucker. Oh Jesus, and they're pushing all this damn misinformation on his fucking X.
Oh,
website.
on X, formerly known as Twitter.
Now he wants to charge everybody $1.
Oh, really?
Oh, Jesus.
You won't find. Hey, guess where you won't find me?
Yeah,
right. Right.
Yeah, that's right.
I did sign up for Truth Social. It's a hell of a place over there, though. You thought Twitter was bad.
Now that Joe Biden's got a camp over there, I'm thinking about, well, I could probably get material over there quicker.
Pretty fun trolling those sons of bitches.
Oh, man. My wife would probably tell me no. We have enough trouble
but it's
around
all the same shit. It's just like watching the Walter Masterson or the Good Liars.
I love the Good Liars. I love the Good Liars.
It's just so ingrained, You hit them with the first one, and then the second one and the third one, they just start falling apart. They can't keep up with.
Hobbida.
Quadruple pretzel they're twisting themselves into.
I like catching the Good Liars. They are good. I can put the microphone right in their face. Hey, let me ask you about the T-shirt you're wearing.
You know it.
Yeah, I seen one the other day, and it was a flag, an AR-15, and the cross. And one of the Good Liars was asking about, peace. And I don't know what the question was. Something about life, sanctity of life. When you're wearing.
Well, and you're living in a single wide, and you got a $20,000 wrap on your $80,000 truck.
Yeah, I know people like that. That truck's the most important thing in their life. I guarantee you, some people. Anyway, yeah, Elon needs to go take a hike. He's losing money though. That's the only thing
I was promised we were all going to be flying around like the Jetsons by now.
Hey. I've been waiting all my damn life for my George Jetson car.
Come on, you know what I'm
That's
saying?
what I swear. I tell people that all the time. Where's my George Jetson car? Grew up watching that damn cartoon when I was a kid.
Neither one of you are going to get your George Jetson car until we get off of oil, and it doesn't look like
rich people. I think getting them. If you got enough money,
the corporations were so damn greedy. This point in time from, say this month, when right before Reagan was being elected, there was over 400 unions in America. Over 2/3 of American population was unionized labor, and wages were good, safety was good, people were making a living wage, people could afford to buy houses and build houses, and I don't gotta say.
It was Reagan the one that started that shit.
And now we're like
ever since then. That's what right to work, and that's what was pushed all across the country. Was the right to work states, and that's anti-union. Sure, you have a right to work for less money, for getting laid off for fired for no reason, or whatever bullshit they want to throw at your ass. Make you work more hours for less money.
And corporate execs are making 600 to 700% off of what the labor is making, compared to the 30% they were limited to in the Carter era.
And there's always it's just like right now, a lot of companies, a majority of companies, I would almost say, limit their employees to 39 hours a week.
Yes, indeed.
You're not full time. You're
no benefits.
No benefits, baby. They play the game, and it costs American workers a lot. It costs them everything they have because, like I say, when you're struggling to pay the rent, when you're struggling to buy your groceries, when gas goes out the freaking roof.
Down there, when he tried to take away the break times and the water breaks
down here in Texas, yes,
that's an OSHA deal. That's an OSHA deal. He can sign whatever fucking executive
really,
order
it's a federal law.
That's OSHA, baby. You can't. Yeah.
Go argue
if you work
that
8 hours a day, mandatorily, you got at least a half an hour, if not a full hour of break time in that 8 hours.
In that 8, it can be split up though.
Yep.
It can take 15 minutes here, 15 minutes there, whatever. But they
I
have
never
to
really
that.
understood. I never really understood why he pushed that. Why was he pushing that shit?
Because the farmers didn't want to pay the guys to have their siesta at lunchtime.
Isn't that pitiful?
You know, basically, and I'll tell you, as a roofing contractor traveling everywhere from southern Texas to the Great Lakes,
wherever there's a good hurricane, you're busy.
You know, white boys up on no roof, you know. And by God, if those boys want to take a little siesta and hang out underneath the truck or underneath a tree during lunchtime and take an hour, you know what? Take 2. I don't give a shit.
I mentioned this before. The last job I worked was with my kids. Both of my sons were on this job site. That's why I went, because somebody had to drive them to work. If I'm going to drive that far and take it to work, hell, I might as well make. Anyway, that whole job site, and it was a public school they were building. Every bricklayer on that site could hardly speak, and hardly any of them spoke any English at all. They were all from the Rio Grande Valley down there, baby. And they're damn good at what they do, and they do it evidently at a reasonable price that the school goes, yep, we want to hire you. But they're taken advantage of in this country. Don't think they're not. And the worst example of that is the people that pick our fruits and vegetables and everything else. The migrant workers that they're fighting so hard to keep the fuck out of here. Them farmers want them people every day. Look what's happening in Florida.
Fruit rotting on the vine in Florida.
Yeah.
Because they don't want to go down there and deal with DeSantis'.
They don't want to go down there. So let your peaches rot on the fucking tree out there. Because nobody wants to go into your state because they're afraid they're going to get arrested. You know, migrant workers have been a part of this.
Keep the border closed so we don't have any influx of labor and
well, now you know, Fatty, that every one of them coming across the border now, every one of them, I see them on my TV, have a knife in their teeth and there's blood dripping from it. Every one of them, I see them every night on TV down here. They're all coming to rape your daddy. That's the way it's portrayed. That is. That's the way it's portrayed in our news. That there's terrorists coming. No. Those are people that are trying to come to this country because there is a sign of hope in this country still. And there could be some bad characters, 1 in 1,000. The majority of these people are they're trying to escape a life down in Venezuela or somewhere down there where drug cartels are the law. What would you do? I know what I'd do. If I was down there in Venezuela and I had one choice. Either the drug cartel killing people or let's move. I'm moving, baby. I'm going to take my kids and run from far that shit. I don't know. I've lived down here in South Texas all my life. I don't see this I just don't see it.
Yeah, because honestly, they're not staying there. They're going up and chasing storms. They're getting onto construction crews.
Yes.
And they're building sub-development.
How many stories have you seen in the news where meat packing plants are raided and guess who they arrest? They just did it down there in Alabama or Mississippi, somewhere down there. It was a big case, 100 and something people arrested, all Mexican nationals, all working in the plant, and the management goes, "Oh, we didn't know." You know, they're taken advantage of in this country so easily. You know, they're hard-working people, and the people I know, you can't find more patriotic people. They love this country, baby.
Absolutely. I'm sitting here with one of my meat cutter friends. He's been a meat cutter his whole life up here, and he's saying, that's what keeps meat at $16 a pound, and nobody questions.
Yeah.
And all these conglomerates that are formed, and you got Albertsons buying out
right down here in Corpus Christi. Meat. Then they file bankruptcies. See the cows coming in one end and meat going out the other end.
No, it's one big Reaganomics, bunch of bullshit, and they bought out the unions straight up is what they did.
Yep. So be union strong. If there's a union around your area, support it. Be a part if you can. Because it was unions, like they always say on TV during the news, it was the unions that built the middle class in this country.
Absolutely.
If it was left up to corporations around this world, you'd still be making peanuts, baby. So it's unions that changed everything in this country.
And unions are safe. That's the thing about it, is it's not just a living wage, but it's a safe work environment. And OSHA has to step in so often.
Yeah.
We're up here, and I've spent over 40 grand of my personal business money in different OSHA fines over the past 25 years. Guys on ladders, guys on planks, no tie-offs and whatever. I have to maintain an OSHA 30 card just to do business anymore. I've been busted so many times. I'm legally I'm an OSHA inspector, and everywhere I drive around up here, I'm like, oh, bing, ding, da, ding, ding, ba, ding, ding. Go over to Washington? No way. That shit is not happening. They got inspectors in 3 different towns. They're on top of everything. They pull the permit numbers. They're rolling by on everybody. Everybody, we have drywallers falling off the scaffolding and getting killed, and we got siders getting killed, and we got painters shooting their hands full of paint, and then they can't work. And you lose half your labor force, but what do? You don't do nothing. I've got ads out for guys. I would hire guys for $40 an hour just to come learn how to read a tape, and I can't find anybody.
That's sad.
Straight up. Yeah, I mean, the labor force is absolutely diminished. Everybody's working where they want to work, but not for.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, the last jobs report came out. We gained hundreds of millions. I can't remember. I had it written down here somewhere. How many hundreds of thousands of jobs are
Yeah, it was another 3.5 million.
3.5 million. It was 300 and something. Million new jobs created.
It's just a whole part of the corporate greed. You know it. It's all corporate greed and getting fat while they know they're sinking. This is a ship full of bad rats.
Blue Dot Greeter, our buddy Mark, came in with $2 donation and said immigrants are essential workers. Yeah.
Absolutely.
They're essential, or you don't get your vegetables. You can go to the store and buy them peas in a can. And maybe not then, because they even know. Anyway, and then Fan came back with, I want to say Fontradal. Fan came back with another $5 and said, there's a difference between migrants and immigrants. Both benefit the U.S. more than people know. We make billions off of both. They are essential. Ringing the same tune. They are essential. You don't bring immigrants into this country, a lot of your shit's going to go sky high. And by the way, who is going to go out there and pick them peaches? Yeah. You? No. They don't pay enough, baby. Yeah. It's sad that society does that, but you know, that's how come corporations aren't people. Because corporations treat people like shit. And, yeah. Poultry plants. Blue Carmen's talking about poultry plants. Yes. Anywhere you find meat processing at all, guess what? You're going to find a whole lot of immigrants. Evidently bricklaying too. Yeah. It's in our, you know.
We've become a service-based economy. You know, we're pulling in 100 and something million a day in tourism. And Judge Janine goes on Fox News the other day and says, we don't want anybody coming over here anymore. Everybody's banned.
Well, right now, if they're a Muslim country, they want that ban back.
No, she told the whole world, you're not coming to America.
Don't come here.
Yeah.
We don't want you here.
Don't come.
Give us your tired, poor, hungry. No, we don't do that no more.
Nope.
That's what kills me sometimes when we talk about Republicans, because they try to grasp that mantle of patriotism, of this is America, the homeland of the free, home of the brave, all that kind of stuff. They love it. Statue of Liberty, yeah, read it what it says. No, don't give us your poor huddled masses earning to be free. No, we don't want them no more. Immigrants? Oh yeah, no, I'm an American. No, really?
Hey, really? It's the same way with the Bible.
Nobody in this fucking country, unless you're Native American, you're an immigrant. Period. All of us came from immigrants. Just depends on what time you got here, who was popular and who wasn't. You know. That's what
We've
basically our history
we
is.
got 6 Indian reservations in Idaho. We got 6 Indian reservations, and Native Americans make up 1% of our actual demographic population.
Yeah, we are a nation of immigrants. How can we turn our back on those who still want the same things that our families came here for? That we still strive to make a better society here for everybody. But these assholes up there worry about, oh, if we let one more person in the room, we can't afford shit no more. Kiss my ass. We could if corporate America wasn't so blatantly greedy.
That's it.
And that's what they
The
are.
last white roofing crew that I had, there was 4 white guys, and they showed up every morning drunk on blackberry brandy. They got about 2 squares done, and they'd take a little off to the store, and they'd come back so tweaked out they couldn't work for the rest of the day. Meanwhile, my 4-pack of Mexican guys, Guadalajaran guys actually, were out there with their sombreros, their black long sleeve shirts, and they were getting a house done every day between 4 of them, making killer money, sending it back. I ended up moving that crew up here.
Back up the bus, sir, Fatty. What did they do with the money?
They would send it back home.
You bet your ass they do. These guys, they work their ass off, and I pointed it out to my kids, because every payday, you would see these guys going down to HEB to wire transfer. Right then, that money back home to their family in Mexico. They're not up here whining and dining and having a great time. They're working their ass off and keeping just enough to subside with rice and beans. And send every dime of that money out home.
Hats and T-shirts with the logos, and felt plenty fine. And I'd get calls on Friday nights. Oh, your crew's down here causing a ruckus at the hotel, and I'm like, yeah, what hotel? Yeah, that's the white crew. Sorry, but I don't know those guys. They bought the T-shirt.
Run them out. Call the law.
No, I know who my guys are. Right?
No, everyone I've ever worked around, every immigrant that I've ever worked around, and I've worked around a lot, and a lot of times in my younger day, I'd be running pipeline out in the middle of the brush down in South Texas, not too far from Mexico, and they would come through the brush all the time. And was I ever afraid? No, never. Most of them would ask directions. That way, buddy. Keep going. That rancher's house up there, he'll help you. And he would.
Right.
Not everybody down here is an asshole. But we have a lot of them down here. Anyway, Brittany Stanley just came in with a $5 donation and said, we need to treat those essential workers with dignity and respect. We could learn from each other. Indeed. Indeed. My kids learned so much working that job site. Every day, those hands, they said, one guy down there with electric frying pans and shit, cooking up that meal for that whole crew down there. And every time we would be invited in to eat with them. I'm there with my bologna sandwich. What am I going to, bologna sandwich? Or whatever you got over there, it looks so freaking good. I'm going with the looks good.
We were working in Hutchinson, Kansas. We were working Hutchinson after a big hailstorm. They had some softballs and some mini footballs go through the roof. And the old gal, one of the first gals we hooked up with, cooked us lunch every day on the job. And every Friday for the whole rest of the summer, she would cook the crew lunch, and we'd go down to her house and have lunch. These guys would come down after work and set up lights and paint her fence and do stuff, out of the goodness of their own heart. Thanks for lunch.
Yeah. They're kind-hearted people.
Or anybody else. Most of them are Catholic and very and very good people and just respectful, and all they want to do is just have a peaceful living.
All they want to do is work and do what everybody else is doing. Enjoy life.
Hey,
yes,
John.
Dear? Yes, dear.
The clock on the wall
What
kind of
clock?
says it's
Your
pretty
clock
late.
or my clock?
8 o'clock. Well, I'm sure your clock has a 31.
Well, let me check my clock. Oh my God, you're right.
Credits are rolling.
I got it. All of a sudden I did, because like we always say, that's why we kind of switched our 2 for Blue at the beginning of the show, because sometimes we get on here and the conversation gets going, and yes, we forget about the time, because the conversation just is that. Y'all are good at it. That's what I'm saying. I'm giving y'all a compliment. Look at here. Y'all talk so good. I lost track of time. That's what happened. Anyway, I guess we ought to wrap it up so we can get this underway. Anyway, I want to thank everybody for coming in. This is what it is, baby. This is our conversations here. We could talk about anything. I say all the time, from your Aunt Susie to what's going on in the Middle East. Because it all impacts us every day, our lives. But every day we watch the news and things are getting a little more hectic out there, a little more dangerous. We're pulling our people out of Iraq. All non-essential people leave Iraq because they're worried about being attacked. Because there's Iranian terrorist groups or militias in Iraq, and we have people there. This is starting to get really scary. And you would think at a time like this, it's time to bring our nation together. And I keep waiting for that every freaking day when I turn on my TV to see what the Republicans are going to do. But I'm not getting much hope. Anyway.
Like the poor little kid that got stabbed up there from some crazy bastard, and now we got
26 times.
Yeah, we got the gal that was found in her driveway, in the front of her driveway here a couple days ago too. It was the leader gal. I mean, just is it 81 again? What's going on?
Yeah, really. Go ahead, James.
The root of fixing all this shit is misinformation and the fucking news. If we don't do something to fix this bullshit, I mean, that's the root of it, man.
News sells. They want it exciting. They want you agitated and pissed off at their story.
But this misinformation, man, that is the fucking problem.
It is. It's easy to spread. It's easy to spread. That's how come every time you check a story out, check a different source. All you have to do is go to Google. There's going to be 10 sources for whatever you just Googled. Check them out. You know, find the place that you're comfortable. But trust.
Why would you eat leafy greens when you can go eat candy all fucking day? I mean, shit.
Personally, because eventually I want to take a crap. When you get old, you learn about those greens. Fiber, baby. Anyway, I never was. There's only so much candy you can eat, baby. Anyway, it is Sunday. It's going to be a brand new week. We already know we got nine gentlemen up there waiting to cast get their votes taken up there in the House, see if they're going to become speakers. So we got that drama going on, and the heartbreaking stories that are continuing to come out of the Middle East. So yes, stay attuned, know what's going on, and know that whatever is happening in the world is going to impact us, and we need strong leadership in this country. I don't want a bunch of baboons running around in a clown car on the other side more worried about Hunter Biden's laptop than the aid that's needed in Ukraine, in Israel, in Gaza. Those are the situations that we need to address. I don't give a shit about Hunter Biden's laptop anymore. You know, it was a good news day. Oh, Hunter Biden's laptop. Fuck you. Let's take care of the planet we got. Anyway, I ramble on because it's Sunday. Anyway, Uncle Fatty.
Well, the leaves are orange. They're already fallen. And I think this weekend, we're looking like we're going to get some snow, baby. Some snow.
I'll pray for you. I'll pray for you. Hope just keep that shit up there. That's all I'm saying. I'm looking at a week full of rain, which really kind of torques me off because my driveway was just getting dry enough to where I could go out there and repair it. Now I bet Monday I'm going to wake up and that freaking driveway is going to be flooded again. I'm going to have to.
Shoot.
Anyway, it took 2 weeks to dry the sumbitch out the last time. I got a hole in my driveway I got to fix. Anyway, Uncle Fatty, thank you for coming in, brother. We appreciate the conversation every time you come in.
Absolutely. You guys have a great week.
You too, brother. And James.
For sure.
Hey, I just want to say, fuck Biden's laptop. I want to hear about Jared and Ivanka's fucking bullshit. Let's hear that.
That's where those billions of dollars go.
Exactly.
Yeah, there's so much there, but they stay. I don't know why the news doesn't jump on that. Wouldn't it be great for entertainment? No, they're not going to touch it. Maybe someday, somebody's going to go, hey, wait a minute. But until then, yeah, it's just us, baby. So that's how come we have to keep pointing them out. Assholes. Look at what they did. Talk about Hunter Biden. Anyway, James, thank you for coming in, brother. I always appreciate your voice.
Hey, thanks for the invite, bud.
You bet.
Appreciate it.
All right. And Miss Chick.
Yes, John.
You got any thank yous or call outs you want to do?
I sure do.
Well, let's hear them.
I have Brad Bupp from Ohio.
Brad
Alan
Bupp.
Rob. No, Bupp.
Bupp. I'm sorry.
It's spelled B-U-B-P, but it's pronounced B-U-P. Bupp.
Bupp. Outstanding.
Just Bupp. Kind of a nice name, Bupp.
I like it.
Yeah.
I like it.
Alan Roberts from California. Mr. Leslie Taylor from New Jersey. John Perry from North Carolina.
Outstanding.
Judge Schenkman from New York. Ilya Sandoval from Mexico. Brenda Jennings from Texas. And Carlos McCauley from Wisconsin.
Outstanding. Welcome
They
to
all
the
shared
family.
your shit.
They all shared this shit.
They shared this shit.
I appreciate it every time somebody shares this shit. I just got to point out the name I just saw go by on the chat. The name is Fuck Donald Trump. F-U-K-D-O-N, that's the first name. A-L-D-T-R-U-M-P is the last name. I just thought it was comfortable. Good pick on a name. Anyway, Miss Chick. Anybody else?
No, I think that's all I have, other than everyone else can like, share, subscribe.
Well, you know, Miss Chick, they have to be careful watching this because there are side effects.
Viewing Blue Dot Live may become addictive. Watching Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays at 6 p.m. Central Time every week, month after month, year after year, may cause questioning the system, elevated heart rate, pondering humanity, separation from toxic family members, reassessing longtime friendships and whether or not the neighbors really are that friendly. Side effects can include, but are not limited to, learning truths about things you thought you already knew, wanting to wear all manner of t-shirts to express yourself, throwing caution to the wind and confronting Karens, and all manner of assholiness when you see it, developing more empathy and wokeness than any one heart can contain, meeting other blue dots from all over the globe, liking, following, subscribing, and sharing this shit whenever you can, frequent outbursts of fuck Trump or anyone else who pissed you off today. If you can't stop thinking, saying, or screaming fuck Trump, taking a day off from the world may be advised. We'll be here, still going at it when you're ready to resume. Fuck Trump.
Fuck Trump. Thank you, Miss Chick.
You're welcome, Jeff.
I appreciate you, baby. Anyway, Bernadette.
Yes, John.
Is it time to make dinner, baby?
It is time to make dinner. After I eat a few more cookies, because boy, did I have a munch today. Anyway, okay. I want to call out the blue dots that hang out in the YouTube chat. Y'all put up with my shenanigans with the keyboard thing tonight, and thank you for having some patience with me. It's a little hard to work off of an Android phone keyboard. I'm waiting for my Bluetooth keyboard to charge up. So thanks for putting up with me. You guys are awesome. We got some really awesome, cool people that hang out in the chat, and so hats off to you guys tonight. Okay.
Well, as always, I appreciate your input. I appreciate your wisdom, and I love your cookies. What can I say?
Yes, I like them too. Maybe if there's any left when I go back in there, I'll post a few of them up to food porn.
Put them in food porn so we can all see them.
Yep.
All right.
Let's share my cookies.
Share your cookies. All right. I love you. Anyway, I love all of you for being here, for being a part of this every day. And Bernadette's right. That chat that goes on every time we do this, that's the heart of this family, baby, because y'all talk to each other all the time, and I appreciate that, because who wants to listen to our dumb ass? Anyway, I want to thank you again. We'll be back here again Tuesday for another Blue Dot family meeting, so please come by and join us. Just stay involved, stay informed, stay motivated, baby, because the real test is coming.
That's the key.
What?
Stay informed. That's the key.
That's the key. Oh,
and
the
then
key.
Go out and vote.
Make sure you do. I got one coming up here. We got two initiatives on state legislation here in Texas. So I got an election coming up here in about a week or so, 2 weeks.
Yeah, we have one coming up in here in Northern California, up here where I am, regarding some marijuana issues.
Hey!
I'm sure that everybody will be getting their ballots in the mail and sending them back in.
Bullshit.
I almost forgot, John.
What?
South Carolina does have some voting on October 24th.
October 24th.
Get out there.
Coming right up.
South Carolina.
District
next.
19 state Senate primary, and also Alabama has on the 24th also has some runoff elections for District 16 and 55 for the State House.
Outstanding.
How about that Missy chick?
Wherever you are, try to pay attention. If there's usually an election coming up, or something, local elections, state elections, district elections, whatever it is, try to stay informed. Jump out there and do your 2 cents.
And at least go out there and check your registration. Make sure you're still on the voter
you're ready to go. Anyway, we will see y'all later. I want to thank everybody whose names are going by there, who donate every month on our Patreon family. They really are the ones that keep this going, and everybody that came in tonight, and y'all came in really nice tonight. I appreciate it tremendously on the a la carte donations. I really thank you for that. Anyway, y'all take care of yourself, and we'll be back here on Tuesday. Y'all say good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night, everybody. We're headed to the Blue Room, which is where you ought to be going. Anyway, y'all take care.